SportsBit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
Big game breakdown here on SportsBit. Betting insight today from SBRpicks.com. Let's get right into it. Vikings and the Falcons, Atlanta, -3, total of 47. Everyone's talking about the Eagles and what impressive point spread success Philly's had. How about the Vikings right now? 7-0 straight up, 6-1 against the spread. That's 6 straight covers. The first of that group was the only non-cover, and that non-cover came by a half point against the Bears on Monday Night Football. Remember, they were laying 3.5 and only won that game by 3. So it's been 6 consecutive covers for Minnesota very quietly. But of course, that quiet ended on Thanksgiving when the Vikings looked pretty good against the Detroit Lions. But that can happen when a team is really good but lacks the sex appeal. Backup quarterback, no name offensive superstars for the Vikings to attract extra better attention. But I'll tell you what, we look at Case Keenum. Why is Case Keenum having a career year? Look at the weapons around him. That's really, not to take anything away from Keenum, but when we say, why is Minnesota moving the football? The last month, they've really moved the football well. It's a receiving core, an underrated receiving core. They have the prototype offense to throw the ball anywhere. They can dump it off to the tight end. They can dump it off to the back. They've got 2 downfield threats. That's making Case Keenum exceptionally effective. And of course, we're talking about the numbers. Frankly, Football Outsiders calls them the number 6 defense. I might call them a little bit better than that. I think they're a top 5 unit minimum. And of course, they faced big challenges. They faced Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford the last 2 weeks, and were pretty effective, certainly against Goff and Stafford. They were able to be in control of that ball game. So we've seen that defense shut down some pretty good quarterbacks. But talk about Mike Zimmer and why we like Zimmer and why Zimmer reminds us of Belichick. Here's a quote from Kyle Rudolph. It doesn't matter if you're 9-2, 11-0, or 2-9. He, Zimmer, is going to focus on what we're not doing well. That's just kind of the way we go about things here. It's always better to go back and make corrections after a win. They're a lot easier to make after wins, but wins don't cover that up. Of course, the Vikings come in here with extra rest. They played Thursday, and so they on Thanksgiving, giving them a couple extra days for this game. But this is not a bet-on spot for Minnesota. They're off a satisfying win that probably locked up their division. This is the middle of 3 straight road games. I think the Vikings are the better of these 2 teams. I'm not betting Minnesota in this particular spot, especially considering the fact that Atlanta may have finally found their way on offense. Really, they had 516 yards, 8.1 yards per play versus Tampa. Maybe it was just Julio Jones against a D that couldn't track him. Bottom line, Jones had half of those yards, 253 receiving yards, plus 15 running yards. So he had ended up 268 of the 516 that Atlanta had last week. Now, big news for the Falcons. They get Devonta Freeman back. He cleared concussion protocol, and the line went back up to 3 when Freeman was announced as probable. You wonder if the fact that he missed the last 2 games with a head problem means that his legs and his body are going to be fresher down the stretch. We saw that from Freeman last year. He was a big impact player for Atlanta in their postseason run after missing time during the regular season. But this is a Falcons team. I have a hard time laying points with this squad. I really do. They did their best again last week. And the final score doesn't show it, 34-20 final. They were up 27-6, and they sat on that lead. And next thing you know, it was 27-20, and Tampa's driving in the Atlanta red zone before Ryan Fitzpatrick was Ryan Fitzpatrick and had 3 consecutive bad passes to kill that drive. But Atlanta's not a team I trust. This is not a spot that I want the Vikings in. Interesting game to consider. Not a game that I plan on wagering on. We've got 3 more big game breakdowns for the NFL on Sunday right here on SportsBit. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.